Welcome back into the NARCh Media Center. Jeremy Ellis joined now by Mission Bauer Next Gen professional roller hockey player John Schiavo. John has been a longtime stalwart here at NARCh. And John, let's talk about that. From Long Island, when did you get your start playing at NARCh?
Oh, I started playing at NARCh when I was about 4 years old. I actually started playing as a goalie, playing for the Tour Smoke back in the day. I've been playing ever since. I played with Black Ice in all the divisions, junior, D1, pro, all the way up, and now I've been on Next Gen for the past couple of years.
So you talk about all those teams that you played on, your start back to 4 years old. How many NARChs do you think you've been to altogether?
I'd say probably all the regionals and nationals put together, I'd say over 50 for sure.
So you put a lot of money into NARCh's pocket.
Oh, 100%.
So let's talk about some of the experiences that you've had playing at NARCh. You mentioned playing for the Black Ice program, head coach Jay Muro there. What is kind of the relationship that you've had with him, and how much has he meant to you in your hockey career?
Oh, it was huge. I've always skated at Rapid Fire Arena where they're coming out of, and I practice there a ton, so that's a big thing. And he's always been my coach, on the way up, so it was great. We've won a couple of championships. I remember winning it with the 93s. I'm a 94. We won it in San Jose. That was a big one in Platinum. I think it was 16 and under, 18 under. And then, moving on up, he obviously was an influence on me getting on Next Gen, obviously wearing all the gear and them seeing me and getting that opportunity, so he definitely led me there.
So you talk about that championship that you won in San Jose. Where does that maybe rate as one of your top NARCh moments, or is there something else that comes to mind as that #1 moment that you always look back on?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the big ones, I'd say. I mean, I have a bunch of them that I'd love to change, one shot, and a couple finals that I've been in, semifinals that I'd love to change, but the winning with Black Ice was definitely one of the big ones.
Losing does sting. Has there been one loss that kind of stands out above the rest, that maybe just one little centimeter or something different really would have changed the outcome that you might lose a little sleep over?
Yeah, there's a huge one that I look back on all the time. Playing against Revision in San Jose and pro with Mission Next Gen. It was overtime, and Peary with Revision scored that goal against us, and I was even on the rink. That's a stinger still to this day.
Got to say, that was probably one of the more exciting NARCh Pro finals in recent history, if not the entire history of the tournament, right?
Yeah, that was a great game. I remember every shift in that game. I think the place had 1,000 fans surrounding that little arena that we had there. But yeah, that was a great game.
So you mentioned starting off at 4 years old. Sure, at some point you started looking up at all the guys that are playing NARCh Pro. Some of those guys are still around. Any of those guys stick out as you said when you were a little man, I want to be just like that guy at the NARCh Pro level?
Definitely. One of the biggest ones is Greg Thompson. I've been on the Mission Snipers bench since I was 12, holding their sticks, drinking their water bottles, thinking I was the coolest. So now getting to sit by them and play against them for the most part is awesome.
So let's talk about what you're doing now on the ice side of things. You've been just kind of a hockey player. That's what your thing is. Your parents very dedicated to what you're doing on the hockey side. Making that transition over to ice, you had a great season last year. Tell us a little bit about how you've transitioned over to the ice side and where that's led you.
Yeah, I've been playing juniors for the past 5 years. That's when I started taking it really serious. I'm blessed to have the parents that I have. I mean, they've done everything for me, driving every ice hockey rink or roller hockey rink. So that's been a big help. But this past season I played in British Columbia, Canada. Played in the BCHL, did really well. Was very happy. And then also I attended New York Islanders rookie camp, and I'll be attending again this season.
So now what's kind of the next steps for you there? What's the best case scenario? Where do you think that rookie camp may lead for this upcoming season?
Hopefully, even if it's tryout in the AHL or even the East Coast, that'd be a huge step for me. Just to see where I'm at against those guys, and even the guys that we play with on roller that I've talked to that have been to those camps. Matt White, Chris Terry is obviously there. Pat Maroon I've talked to a bunch, so it's just a really good stepping stone for me to see where I'm at.
Now you talk about some of those other players that have been successful, Pat Maroon, Matt White, all playing professional hockey. Has the roller hockey game really benefited you when you transition over to the ice hockey side?
100%. My vision from roller hockey is definitely one of the things that transfers the most. I think the puck movement that we have, the control of the game, we bring that to the ice rink, and it totally makes a new outcome of that game that they've never seen. I think definitely another thing that I get from is my hands. Working on it on the tile definitely transfers too.
So now you're a big social media guy. I know you put a lot of highlights up on social media. Where can people kind of look up and see information about John Schiavo?
Oh yeah, anywhere on YouTube, type my name, John Schiavo. I always put up some trick shots. Definitely followed Ethan Chavera when I was growing up, so always loved doing that. Just a way to keep having fun with the game and try and get kids to experiment new things.
I'm going to put you on the spot real quick. Two things. Toughest guy that you've had to go against as a forward playing defense on the roller hockey floor?
Oh, there's a ton of guys that I do not like going against, but Siebel's definitely one of the big ones. Chad Siebel has got me a couple times in the corner, two-handed me a bunch. He's definitely one of the guys.
All right, let's talk about goaltenders. When you're coming down in the slot there and you look up and that goaltender's between the pipes, who gives you the willies a little bit?
Oh, that's a lot of tough goalies too, but Troy Redmond's definitely a big one. Today, this tournament, he played great and definitely robbed me 2 times this tournament that I'll remember for a while.
All right, so John Schiavo joining us. Big things coming up for him in the ice hockey season. We want to wish you good luck. Thanks for playing this week at NARCh, and we know we'll see you a bunch down the road.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, John Schiavo, I'm Jeremy Ellis. Thanks for watching once again here in the NARCh Media Center at the 2015 NARCh Finals.